proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And FSH Design. Let your imagination grow with FSH Design. Visit fshdesign.com today.
And now, The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Sabrina Turner.
Good morning, Cayman, and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz, a shortened show today. Every second Tuesday, we have Money Sense. Thursday, we have Money Sense before. But, we're going to be jam-packed full today in this time that we have. And we want to thank our kind sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, and also FSH Design, our latest sponsor to our show, every Tuesday and Thursday right here on Radio Cayman. We are pleased to put the spotlight and hear more about WORC. You may have heard that acronym being used, Workforce Opportunities and Residency Cayman. And our topic is Jobs Cayman Portal. In studio with me, I am joined by Ms. Diane Connolly, who is National Training and Development Manager, Customer Care Managers, Ms. Nettie Wagner and Mr. O'Neill Roberts. Welcome to our show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Been hearing a lot about this, and I'm quite sure people are eager to hear what's in store, what's in planned, and especially Caymanians out there who are looking for jobs, understanding how work ties in with NWDA, because these acronyms you get accustomed to, and just when you're settling in and understanding how these government agencies work, then there's a change. But tell us more. Give us a brief history and description, please, of WORC.
Definitely what you've said, I think, captured a lot of what's taking place in the department at this moment in terms of people are just excited. WORC was something that was created out of just the people on a whole saying that they needed change, Caymanians saying that they wanted to have a greater clarity in terms of jobs being available. So all of that was kind of compiled, and they came up with, what we refer to as the WORC, or Workforce Opportunity Residency Cayman. And it's just to drive that social and economic prosperity amongst Caymanians and just maximizing the human capital. And what we'll be launching in, a couple of weeks is our Jobs Cayman portal, which is something that I think a lot of people are just waiting for to just get on and just see what's out there. Mm-hmm. So definitely glad for the opportunity to come here this morning and just expound on what opportunities are in store.
Definitely. Yes. And what people have to do.
Definitely. And we saw the need to combine both the aspect of the human capital development along with immigration side. Mm-hmm. And so we've taken the administrative side of immigration and we've kind of merged that in with what NWD did, so that we're speaking the same language and you're walking the same path.
Now, what is Jobs Cayman? And share with us the importance of why this was even established.
Right. So Jobs Cayman, like I said, it was something, a cry from Caymanians on a whole saying, I want to be employed. I'm not aware of what jobs are out there. So this portal is supposed to allow a little more clarity for all Caymanians who are seeking employment. It's a case where all employers will have to register any type of jobs that they're seeking employees for. And from that, it also opens up the opportunity for Caymanians to see those jobs and apply for those jobs in a real time and a transparent process.
Now, looking at this online job portal, what would be required to be posted there? Skills, I guess you're looking with pairing skills and qualifications so that when I, as an employer, post that I'm seeking to employ someone in a particular occupation, that your department then aligns those persons with me? How does it work?
Right. So the first step in the portal is that everyone has to get a Signet credentials. With that allows you then to go on to the Jobs Cayman portal, and you first have to register as a person. Once you register a person, then it opens up a number of services to you. The first one being that if you are a job seeker, then you can register and see what's available. If you are an employer, And this is a little bit different from our current system, where in our current system, it's not required for the representative from the company to first register before the company can be registered. In our new system, someone has to register first, a representative from the company, then the company registers, and then after that, the next step is to start uploading their various vacancies so that Caymans can see what is available.
How will it work, and what will the process involve for those employers who, are in the process where their people are self-referring or being referred from work to then make their ultimate decision? How does that decision make? I don't want to go here, but is it that you're telling employers who to employ?
No, definitely not. It's not a case where we're telling employers who to hire or anything of that sort. It's very much a more transparent situation, other than like how we would traditionally post jobs, meaning through the Compass and so forth. In this case, everything is out there. I mean, I always look at it like this. Then, if you miss Monday's paper, you missed all the opportunities that were in Monday's paper. Right. Through the portal, you are able to go on and see everything. So if you go on Tuesday, you would still see the opportunity that was posted Monday. And from that, now it starts a dialogue between the job seeker and the employer. Everything is very transparent. The prospective employee is declaring, his skills and what he brings to the table, and the employer is also declaring what they require for the job to be done. So it just makes it a lot more transparent, and it's based on a lot of Caymans saying, I'm applying for jobs, and, there's always that thing that my resume gets thrown in the bin or this and that. With this process, none of that can happen because everything is being monitored, everything is going through the portal.
What would you say to encourage job seekers and employers to sign up for an account at JobsCayman? What would you say to encourage them to do that? How important is it?
Well, job seekers, for sure, this is your opportunity to know what's out there. You've always said that you weren't aware, and you want to take part in the prosperity of what's happening in Cayman. Now, Cayman is definitely in a boom, and if you want to be a part of that, you have to register, because only through being registered can the department assist you. Like I said, it's a merger between immigration, legacy immigration, and NWA. So we've actually just put everything under one roof, where you have, if someone needs certain skill sets, they can go through the portal. We'll identify that. They can sign up for services. And can speak a little bit more on the various services that we'll be offering. So it's just so much benefit of not having to go on your own, which is something Caymans have said they've had to do. I have to apply. I may not know how to formulate a resume or any of these things, but now we have a process where all of that is easy and accessible.
And it's your one-stop shop, right? So for an employer to even move on to a work permit, there should have been transparency within that first phase of job seekers, right? They would have had to go through our portal to ensure that there is no Caymanian available. In order for that to happen, that gives us then the opportunity that when employers do submit a work permit, we can refer back to that advert, and whatever they requested for Caymanians to have, then that would be cross-checked with whatever's being requested for their work permits, right? So
all the planets aligned then.
Yes.
And for those job seekers out there, we would encourage them to sign up as well, to access the support that employment services officers can provide them. Such as if they'd sign up as a job seeker extended, they then have the services of a person who will help them to write their resume if they need help with that, to help them with their interview skills, assessments to see what other barriers there might be. Some of them have barriers that they need counseling, some need child care. All of that is taken into account, and we look to see how we can provide the surround support to them to make sure they have the foundation and take away those barriers, or at least lower those barriers so they have more of an opportunity for that employment.
And all of these services that you offer are free?
They are free.
Who doesn't
they
like
are free?
True, for sure.
I honestly, I think that is one of the best things that we have out there. And I would encourage all Caymanians that are seeking jobs to go through that program. And, it's just you have that one person that is going to be looking out for you.
Right.
And I'll add there, and of course we have the training that comes off from that. The employment services officers or any job seeker who wants to access the training can sign up. And people say, well, what's the benefits? There's some people who, we had a young man once who came in and he had his master's degree. And he said, I've been back home for 6 months and I've not been able to find a job. And so we put him through our Ready to Work program. And he did the first section, which is Employability 101, which is 2 weeks of training. And, you have your peers in there and they will give you feedback as well. And he came back out and he goes, you know what? I realize now what it was. It was my attitude.
Wow.
I had the wrong attitude when I came in.
There's a sense of anger sometimes in our locals that is a total turn off. Even the way one presents themselves, their posture, their choice of attire, which we all need help sometimes. Those may appear to be minor stuff. So, well, how can I improve it when I need to get a job in order to up myself? But first impression is lasting.
Right, true.
Well, he got a job by the second week.
Thank God. Thank God.
And he's still in that job.
Right, yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think, like you said, we really have to encourage those who are seeking employment to sign up, because this is something that they have initiated through constant deliberations with their various representatives saying, I want to be employed. I'm not aware of what's happening. I don't think the Legacy Immigration Department is looking out for me. And now we see where we have combined it to say, yes, we're looking out to you, and we just want to make sure that you definitely
put on your headphones for me.
Take opportunities.
Right.
And it's a pretty easy process in terms of registration. Once you go through the Signet, once you come on our JobsCayman portal, maybe like 1 to 3 days. Most of you'll probably get it back in 1. You're registered, and from there you just have full access. I don't know if I could promote it anymore. Having full access to all jobs in Cayman
that are registered.
That are registered. I mean, I think that's unprecedented.
Okay. I think, guess we have a caller on the line. Good morning, caller. You're live.
Good morning. I'm just trying to find out if this job portal will actually be replacing NWDA, or do we still, as employers, have to advertise through NWDA, through the job portal, and through the Cayman company?
Right. Yes, ma'am. What's going to happen, like I said before, that we have now merged in terms of job immigration, legacy immigration, and NWDA. So, yes, you would only be registering through the JobsCayman portal. There would be no more NWDA portal. So it would just be that one portal that you would register through. And you can also exercise the option of placing it in a local newspaper. But in terms of requirements, it would just be that you would have to post it through the portal.
So advertisements is a choice then? I'm just trying to clarify.
Advertisement in a local newspaper is a choice. Right.
But it's mandatory by law to register on NWDA.
It's going to be mandatory to be registered through the JobsCayman portal.
JobsCayman. Yes. See, that NWDA is going to stay.
Yes, true.
Caller?
Become effective?
Hello, sorry?
When would this become effective?
The jobs portal should be up in the next couple of weeks. We can't give a definite date, but definitely within the next couple of weeks, the portal will be in effect, and you can go and register as an employer or register as a job seeker.
And we'll definitely keep everybody updated as we move forward with this, and ensure that the whole community is made aware of how it works and how you can access it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller.
In case you're just tuning in, the topic on the Business Buzz this morning is WORC JobsCayman, which is an online system that allows registered users to access job postings created by registered employers. The purpose of the system is to offer a better approach to facilitate Caymanians in finding employment. It would also allow employers to search for qualified and skilled Caymanians who are seeking employment. Our guests are Ms. Diane Connolly, National Training and Development Manager, and Customer Care Managers, Ms. Nettie Wagner and O'Neill Roberts. Keep it locked to the Business Buzz. For more, after these few messages, we will go into more as it pertains to CIGNet account, website addresses, and additional information as it pertains to JobsCayman portal.
Homeowners, protecting your family and property is crucial during the season, and you should always assess insurance needs long before a storm makes landfall. Most insurers won't issue policies when a storm is imminent. Cayman Insurance Center's team of professionals can help owners like you find the most comprehensive coverage and competitive rates. Call Michael Webster today at 925-5433 or Denise Brown at 814-7229. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call Michael and Denise today at Cayman Insurance Center.
Marketing. It is the key that no business can live without. From social media to Google Ads, websites to app development, or even graphic design to video commercials, FSH Design is here to help you and your business succeed. We focus on personalized digital marketing and offer advertising consultations for each of our clients. Don't waste time. We want to help you reach your marketing goals today. We work directly with you and your business to generate a strategic marketing plan that will develop current and creative results. Check out our website at fshdesign.com.
I support building the piers because the cruise industry puts millions of dollars into our economy each year. Without that revenue, young people like me risk facing an uncertain future. Learn more and spread the word.
Looking forward, looking bright. Support our port, support our tourism.
Don't forget, the early registration for Radio Cayman's Breeze Fusion 5K Walk, Run, and 10K Run is September 30th. Register by September 30th and enter to win a Cayman Airways voucher. Early registration is only $15, and this year's event will benefit the NCVO and Central Scranton Park. Walk with pride, run with passion, and join your number one station, Radio Cayman.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Cayman's Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, keeping the spotlight on work. That's Workforce Opportunities and Residence Cayman. And our topic this morning is Jobs Cayman Portal. In studio with me, I'm pleased to have Ms. Diane Conley, National Training and Development Manager, and she's joined by customer care managers, Ms. Nettie Wagner and Mr. O'Neill Roberts, telling us more. Now, we understand that it is by law mandatory that anyone, yes, it will be in law, yes. Okay, mandatory for any employers who are seeking to employ, or at least to apply for a work permit, that you must register that position within your organization on work, which we now know as NWDA, but it will be now work, the portal.
Right.
Advertising in a local newspaper will be a choice.
Yes.
Okay, getting that clear. Now, does Jobs Cayman online portal, in regards to those persons who are seeking to be employed, have any features to generate, let's say, a resume template? Yes. What are some of the features, if you could go through that are being proposed?
Yes, definitely. There will be features in templates to help persons who are having difficulty with generating resumes. Mm-hmm. The whole concept of work is to ensure that Caymans get the best opportunity when it comes to a job. And we spoke about this earlier where, how you look is one thing when you arrive at an interview, but even before you arrive at the interview, the first thing they're going to assess is the way in which that resume was put together and how it was presented. So I think in forming this whole department, that was something that they took into consideration, and we have those type of templates for that.
And then we have consistency.
Right.
And, because right now you would have all different types of resumes. Yes. By having the template, we help to guide them so that they're putting the right information there. And again, consistency across the board that you can compare them.
Yeah, once they're registered as seeking for a job, then when they're creating the resume, it prompts them to the following questions. How far you've gone in high school, or if you if you have an associate's degree, your experience. It requests for you to state where you worked before. So all that information is dropped down there as they submit their applications.
Right. Yeah. We just want to take away all the barriers that Caymans have ever expressed in why they can't find employment or why employers are saying that, we can't hire a particular
And it'll
Cayman.
highlight where they need to just tidy up in their own with themselves.
So definitely, yes.
Now, will the system also allow for automatic alerts to inform job seekers of available jobs in their field, or will that feature be added later on?
Right, so that's a feature will definitely be added later on. What we want to do is we want to promote some accountability also from job seekers.
Yes.
So we want them to know that, hey, if you're seeking employment, it takes you, reaching out, checking in, just to see what is available. It's not a case where we're going to simply just, spoon feed you all the way. So that feature will be added later on, but right now it's going to be a case where they have to check with the portal to see what is available.
Now, did the work team had to undergo any sort of compliance training to get, up to speed with this soon-to-be roll-out JobsCayman online portal? What type of training, if any?
We've done actually several types of training. We've done customer care training. We've actually done compliance training. It was very intense. However, following up to our grand opening, we will be actually doing refresher training as well. So, yes, we have been doing a lot of training.
Right, and I think also that we have a new deputy of compliance, deputy director of compliance, Mr. Scott. And I think that is one of his things, too, that he just wants to make sure that everyone is aware of what compliance means and the importance that play in seeking employment and employers on a whole. So it's a little bit of a different mindset from how legacy immigration used to be, in that they just want to make sure that staff, the public, everyone on the whole are on the same page.
And that we understand that the staff understand the various rules and the regulations and policies. So we're all on the same page, again, on the same.
Yes. Far too often we hear you go to 4 different people, you get 4 different responses.
Yes,
That will be eliminated now eventually, right?
That's what we're working.
Right, for sure.
Now, let's go to the job seeker side. Walk us through what this registration process is all about and what documents they should have or be prepared to upload in order to get themselves out there.
Well, yeah. So, again, we have the standard things that you have to fill out. So it's a couple of, when you log on to the JobsCayman portal first, there's a couple boxes and stuff that you have to fill in, which would be just your personal details, name, date of birth, address, so forth. Just kind of standard when you're filling out a job application. The system also wants to ensure that we understand who we're speaking to. That is another key and important component of it. So they have to provide some type of ID to verify that this is, Sabrina Fennell or, so forth.
Thank God she's dead and gone.
True. Apologies on that.
That's okay.
So we just want to definitely identify who's on the other end, who this resume is, who's submitting these details. So one is an ID. The second part of it, then we want to determine your status.
Right.
So, because based on your immigration status, it allows you to access different services naturally. So, we want to know if you're, married to a Caymanian or is residency or your status holder, and some type of documentation has to be uploaded to verify that.
So once this is submitted by this person, it will be going to work, and we will then approve that once it's verified and that everything is in order, then we will send them an email saying it's been approved. You can now log on. Right. So everything is upon approval. And if there's anything missing, you will be getting an email notifying you, please, can you upload another document, whatever it is that is needed at that time, then it would be sent to them.
And in anticipation of the portal coming live, we do encourage those who have not as yet registered in the past to get their CIG Net account, and that is the Cayman Islands Government Global Network, and so that needs to be registered with first, and they can do that right now beforehand. They can start that process. They can go on to, if they go to our website.
What is that?
That is www.worc.ky. And you can click on create a CIG Net login, and that will start one part of the process until we get to the portal.
Some people may already have it as well, because if you've gone to customs, you probably have done that already. So that would be the same username that they would be using at this time as well.
And the same thing with those registered previously with NWD.
Right. But I think definitely we want to encourage those who have not have gotten a Signet password before, credentials, is that that's something that you can do right today. You can go on our website, www.worc.ky. Just look to, I think it's to the right. You'll see a little bit of a drop-down box. You just click on that, and it'll carry you straight to the Signet.
And the site also provides you with what documentation is needed.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
So get familiar with it, I would say, to anyone who is listening in this morning.
Now, for those prospective employers who are posting positions on this website, how long will applications stay on the site for persons to apply?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yes.
The same as what was required for the
14
new
days,
advertising.
14 calendar days.
Right. So, I mean, it's not a process in which we're making it any more onerous on employers on a whole. It mimics what's happening currently.
Right.
But it's just we have that little more of a transparency process. And it's a case where an employer will submit their job advert. It will then be sent to what we refer to as a CCO officer in the back, a customer care officer, who will review it just to make sure that, it's something that is acceptable by industry standards. And once that is agreed upon, then it would go live, and job seekers have the opportunity to then apply for it.
And they're looking for things like, are they going, I need a female for this?
Yes.
We have to look at gender laws and,
Right.
and make sure that everybody's compliant with that as well. So that is one of the areas that we're probably looking at, what is the job entailing, and does it really meet what
Standard
standards,
requirements.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
So that's what we refer right now to job vetting, right?
So what would you say to those employers or organizations who are like, but this is the person that I want? Like, they check all of the boxes.
Right.
Why should I be mandated to register this position on the work portal job site? What do you say to those organizations where they may have lucked out? It's not a Caymanian, not a person married to Caymanian, not a person of PR, permanent residence, but they check all the boxes. How do you deal with those applicants or organizations wanting to retain that person?
Right. So, I mean, we know that a lot of organizations, we refer, employers are also Caymanians. So we want to make sure that we have that balance in terms of job seekers and Caymanians who are, trying to progress their business. So if it's a case where you have a work permit holder and yes, you gotten comfortable with that person, and we understand you may want to retain that person, but again, first and foremost, we have to look at those who are going to stay here permanently. Most work permit holders are going to leave at some point. And we just want to make sure that Caymans get that opportunity.
Striking a balance.
Yeah, so we just want to strike that balance, and we don't want to, somewhat disenfranchise any employers. But first and foremost, we just need to ensure that Caymans are given the opportunity.
You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. We're going to pay some bills. When we come back, more on work.
Marketing. It is the key that no business can live without. From social media to Google Ads, websites to app development, or even graphic design to video commercials, FSH Design is here to help you and your business succeed. We focus on personalized digital marketing and offer advertising consultations for each of our clients. Don't waste time. We want to help you reach your marketing goals today. We work directly with you and your business to generate a strategic marketing plan that will develop current and creative results. Check out our website at fshdesign.com.
Homeowners, protecting your family and property is crucial during the season, and you should always assess insurance needs long before a storm makes landfall. Most insurers won't issue policies when a storm is imminent. Cayman Insurance Center's team of professionals can help owners like you find the most comprehensive coverage and competitive rates. Call Michael Webster today at 925-5433 or Denise Brown at 814-7229. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call Michael and Denise today at Cayman Insurance Center.
Hi, my name is Neraya LeBlanc. I am the minister and evangelist to the West Bay Church of Christ on 24 Batabano Road. I would love to take this opportunity to invite you to experience God's family at West Bay for yourself. We are a caring congregation that strongly believes in reaching out beyond ourselves to spread the gospel of Christ. We also take great pleasure in ministering to the needs of our people in our community. As God's called out kingdom people, we are in the business of transforming lives for the Master's use. For more information, you can visit our website at westbaycichurchofchrist.org or call us at 946-9294 or 917-1809.
Declaring the word of the Lord.
Cayman Islands Church of Christ presents Word of the Lord.
Word of the Lord, heard Sundays at 6:30 p.m. on Radio Cayman.
The Breeze Fusion is back Saturday, November 2nd.
Bigger and better.
Now featuring a 5K walk run and a 10K run for half marathon trainers. Join the fun and help raise funds for the Central Scranton Park and the NCVO. Save the date or register now at CaymanActive.com or at Radio Cayman Studios. Registration is only $15 if registered by September 30th. And all early registrants enter to win a Cayman Airways voucher. The Breeze Fusion 5K, 10K walk run. Saturday, November 2nd.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment.
Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, keeping the spotlight on work. That's workforce opportunities and residents Cayman. And our topic this morning in our shortened show is Jobs Cayman portal. Now, the whole purpose and vision of work was to drive social and economic prosperity for Caymanians and the Cayman Islands through extraordinary service and respect, leading the pursuit of full Caymanian employment and economic prosperity for all through service excellence. Works maximizes human capital, strengthening the economy and global competitiveness of the Cayman Islands. In studio telling us more, I'm pleased to be joined by Ms. Diane Conley, who's National Training and Development Manager, and two customer care managers, Ms. Nettie Wagner and Mr. O'Neill Roberts. Now, looking at all of this and preparing to go online, how have you felt? I'm quite sure you've heard on the ground that are people and potential job seekers are looking to embrace this, because some may say it's the same thing we're doing, it's just a different label. What would you say for someone who looks at it so flippantly?
Right. Persons may have that opinion, but I think once they interact with the system, once the system goes live, they will see it's not just simply changing labels. It's an efficiency thing. So all of this is in response to feedback we've been getting from stakeholders, from Caymanians seeking employment. We've heard stakeholders say, in order to run my business, I need a quicker notification in regards to what's happening with work permits. Mm-hmm. We've heard Caymanians say, I need to know what is out there in order for me to be able to apply. So all of these things are not just simply changing labels. It's a complete revamp of the system, restructure the system. Mm-hmm. There's also been things said that we don't have a strong relationship with our training arm of the department, NWDA. So again, it's a thing where we've merged those two departments and we now have everyone under one roof. So greater collaboration, greater efficiency, and greater transparency. So
and hopefully less paperwork.
Right, yes.
So saving our trees.
So cost savings also included in that.
We should see some more trees out there.
Yes. What will work be doing to assist those persons who may not be as computer savvy or not even being able to access the internet? Because it's one thing, we know we're going with times, we're catching up to speed globally, but we will have some a little longer coming out of the gate where we're being computer savvy is concerned. What are we doing to fill that void right there?
Well, one of the things from the training perspective is that we're actually launching more courses on introduction to computers. So we should actually have one running at the end of September, and again in October. It's going to be our pilot run of our computer training class. We've seen the need for it, whether it's just the basics. How do I turn in a computer? How do I use a mouse? To Excel and Microsoft Word, So how to use Outlook. So we want to offer that range to our clients as well so they can access it and be more tech savvy in that area. But more than that, we've taken another step.
Right. So from an operational standpoint, we know that persons may not have access to computers at their homes and so forth. Mm-hmm. So at Jobs Cayman, at work on a whole, when you come into our offices, we'll have kiosks there. and we'll have customer care officers assisting you through the process of filling out an application, uploading the various supporting documents. So we'll have support for that. We've also tried to incorporate, the libraries and just the various different sources that they can go to, upload their documents and fill in applications. But in-house, what we have done from an operational standpoint is ensure that we have sufficient persons on standby that you can just come into our offices and they'll just walk you through the process.
And remember, you can apply online from anywhere in the world, wherever you are.
And it's a really easy step. It's nothing complicated. It's like when you go and shop online, you just put in your basic information. That's how I look at it. When I saw it, I was like, hey,
it comes with a different feeling.
Yes, it comes with a different feeling, but, it's just your basic information. And the only thing different that you are doing is uploading an ID, right? Anything other than that, we will be online to assist you. You just have to call, and if you don't understand something, but you will be getting notifications via your email. And as O'Neill said earlier, we'll have customer care officers on board to assist. If you want to come in and say, listen, can I come in at a certain time? We can schedule you in as well. We know people is busy also, right? So anything you ask, we will try to assist with, right?
So
as much as possible.
A lot of support has gone into the creation of work and in ensuring that Caymanians are definitely going to be taken care of. Yes.
I think what I'm getting, the takeaway that I'm getting from this and what JobsCayman portal is doing is definitely filling the gap and answering all of the questions. They've heard their concerns about Caymanians being, blocked or just barred. And then from the perspective of even those employers that you guys are there to bar them. That's what I'm getting, that you're trying to create a level playing field, more transparency. So just give it time, let it get implemented, and it should work for everybody.
And we welcome feedback as we go along the way.
We actually need feedback from everyone,
This is a process,
So how can persons get additional information? And in the event that someone wants to give feedback, what's the point of contact? Who can they contact?
Right. So I think, again, we want to continue to encourage persons to go to our website. Work on a whole will be very much an online platform where we're going to filter everything through that. We want to make sure that we're transparent. So I would say go to the website. There's links there in terms of making your requests to say, hey, this is what I don't understand, or how I can get in contact with an individual person. If you send an email, we'll definitely respond to that in a short period of time to either say, hey, come in at a particular time, or answer the question directly. So I would say go to our website. Everything is going to be there. We just want you to get used to going to the website, because that's going to be our hub for all of our information. Yes. So www.worc.ky.
Tongue twister there. Now everybody's hearing about this new portal. I'm going to tap into the human element now. How have you guys felt with this marriage, being somewhat disconnected over the years, and now the departments are now combined? How have you found just meshing together so much easier? Like, why didn't this happen before?
Excellent one. Well, from the NWDAO side,
okay,
we worked really hard then in building what has become the foundation of this portal. So I am excited to see this marriage, if you call it.
Union.
Yes.
Definitely is. And again, it's a lot of work. Transition and restructuring is not an easy job. And so, I have to give praise to those up top who have worked tirelessly to see new processes put in place and really re-examine what we do, our business processes, and say, what do we do? How do we make it easier? What can we eliminate? What is really working? What is not? And so it's really working now because we're talking to each other. We're not working in silos.
Yes.
We're actually working together to see how we can help as a whole our country, our Caymanians, and our stakeholders.
And the immigration side, what do you feel about it?
I think
for what we know as immigration,
right, through legacy immigration for sure. I think, it was something that was welcomed by all. because again, we feed off of what the public says, what stakeholders say, and stakeholders saying, why is there not better communication between ourselves and NWDA, who was tasked with ensuring that Caymans get a fair shake at what is out there. So it's just been a real good experience, us coming together, having that collaboration under one roof, and it's increased our communication and our ability to provide a better service.
And we were able to appreciate what both sides do, and we realized all that before, because there was no communication.
It brings a level of respect as well in everybody.
We were like, as I was telling you earlier, we were like, oh my gosh, you guys do all of that at NWD. And now when they look at what all the steps that we have to take, right, it's easy, when you're just seeing one side, but when you see it all come together, you realize that it's so much work that is being placed on the back end and nobody really sees it, right? Yeah, when people come in and just submit an application, they think that's it. If you was to see all the steps that it takes for it to actually get to the end
decision
stage,
process,
right?
yes.
Right.
It's a lot of work. And the same thing with the NWDA side, right? All the steps that they take to ensure that Caymanians do get their fair share of what is out there, and the steps that they take to assist them. I mean, I know some time ago, I'm not sure if I can share this, but they go as far as even dropping people off. That is not their job. They'll go back and drop people home or help them, assist them with work to go to an interview, things a little bit beyond what is expected. And when you start to hear these stories, you're like, I've come to appreciate them so much more. And it's just
we don't drop
feeling.
Everybody.
no.
But there was a case, with a young man who had autism, and he needed more hands-on assistance, whether it is helping him to know the steps. What you don't want is put him on a bus and he ends up somewhere else, but to help teach him that process of this is where you need to go, this is how you get there, remember you need to get your lunch, remember that coming back home, and so it took a while of getting him used to that cycle for him to. And that young man was so quiet, he was behind the scenes, he would barely talk. And so we started him off with a small job of just filing and everything down the back. And that young man is running the store when the owner is away now.
Nice.
And that tells you about the progress if you believe and you give that support that is needed.
Okay, I'll take your final points before we wrap it up. Who wants to start first?
Sure, I'll just start it off, and then
Let me.
Okay, go ahead. Sure.
We're excited.
I just wanted to touch base as part of the wrap-up that we are working really hard from the training and development area to ensure that we are meeting the needs of both our clients and industry. Some of the courses that we have now initiated is like home aid care for those who want to take care, whether the elderly or those who are sick, is an area that you don't see many Caymanians in. And we have 3 people who have started on that, and it's they are excited that they're getting that opportunity. We've been partnering with Maitland Administration with Fund Administration internship. We have the registered behavioral technician, where we've been working along with various companies to try to get them out there. We've got Prosperity Capital Management, who has been offering internships from 2014. Every year they take a student or 2, and they've taken on more this year. So we're very excited about that relationship because it means that they see the value of it. And as a matter of fact, one of the young ladies, she's going on right now. She's just got her scholarship to go off to, by PwC now.
Nice.
We're looking at working in partnership with CEC and UCCI for the coding. New area, something we want to see more Caymanians in. Great opportunities there to think outside the box. GED, we realize that's an area that a lot of people want to get their GED, so we're looking into that as well. We're looking to launch it off later on this year. Our Ready to Work program, we're restarting that. Our first session starts back again on Monday. And our Passport to Success, we have 2 groups graduating this Friday. Tomorrow. One of them is our special needs. That was a pilot program. We wanted to see how it worked. I'm excited to say that 3 of them have gotten full-time employment. Excellent. And shows that employers are looking at inclusion as well and considering inclusion. The other group, of course, is our students just leaving school who need that extra help and push.
Okay.
I just want to say before I hand it on to O'Neill, he can do the closing remarks on behalf of everyone. Just a few days ago, I was asked by someone at Hurley's customer there, and they said, "Do you really think this is going to work?" And I looked at them and I said, it has to work. This is not just about us coming out with this idea and putting it out there. No, it has to work because it's for the better of our country. We need everybody's support on it, not just the job seekers, but the employers. Employers are Caymanians as well, right? As we've said earlier, there's a lot of work taking place to make it work, to make it efficient. But definitely we need everybody's support. Give us the opportunity. It's not going to be easy at the beginning, but at the end, we're hoping that it will achieve
Everybody will buy in.
Right?
Sure.
So
Quickly, you only have fumes left.
Yes,
O'Neill.
true. Just want to encourage everyone to who hasn't gotten their Signet account again to just go on our website, www.worc.ky, and just get your Signet and prepare for Jobs Cayman. And we just want to say thank you for listening and giving us this opportunity to just share what's in store. Great things are definitely will be coming soon.
Well, thank you so much. And again, continue the great works. And, we got to buy into it. It's changing times. Yes. Again, it has been a pleasure in allowing us to put the spotlight and hear more about work. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've been getting the latest details on Job Cayman, an online portal for job seekers and employers alike. Our guest has been Ms. Diane Connolly, who's National Training and Development Manager, and Customer Care Managers, Ms. Nettie Wagner and O'Neill Roberts. The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Centre, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And FSH Design. Let your imagination grow with FSH Design. Visit fshddesign.com today. Want to thank our producer, Susan, and for you, our loyal listeners. Until Tuesday, have a safe and fabulous Thursday.
Radio Cayman. Radio Cayman's newsroom. These are the biggest stories right now.